Hello friends, family and other creatures of the sea, and welcome back to a high-level game of StarCraft 2. Today we have Clem versus Shin, the world champion versus the world champion of my heart, Mr. Shin himself, who is doing something a little bit weird. But weird is the new standard. Orange is the new black, and weird is the new standard. Shin has always been a bit of a weird guy, playing things different than the standard zergs. He's going for a gasless pool first opener here. Still wants to throw down a hatchery. And this SCV is going to be essential here. It's rallied up into the natural right now. And that most likely means that Clem is not going to be going for an SCV scout. It is still possible that he changes his mind, although it is unlikely. Ooh. I was gonna say, he just rallied an SCV downstairs, so that means that his barracks SCV is gonna scout. Okay, Clem changed his mind in the last second, because that SCV was rallied down to build a CC. But for whatever reason, he realized, wait a second, I'm playing against Shin, maybe it's wise to scout. What is Shin doing? Shin is building a single set of links. Wait, what? A single set of links. I was getting proper excited for Shin to do something completely out of whack. You know, a cheeky little roach warren in there, a baneling nest. 6 links running across the map. I feel kind of blue-balled here. I was really starting to get excited for this game, Shin, and then you did that, huh? I see how it is, buddy. I see how it is. Ooh, Clem is still tracking these links. These links really need to get out of vision of the SCV. Oh, SCV spotted the links here. So now Clem actually knows that this Reaper can just move across the map. So you might be wondering, well, why would Shin delay his hatchery just to get 2 links out? I think the reason is to fake an all-in, basically. Oh, guess the Reaper kill as well. That's kind of neat. But the problem here is that Clem has confirmed that this is not going to be an all-in. He's seen the 3rd base, which means it can't be a roach all-in. And thus Clem doesn't have to be afraid. He can actually delay his 2nd gas, and just play triple CC. So I think Shin's plan was here to force his opponent to play a double CC opener. So fast 2nd gas for Clem, and then having to build quick Hellions, followed up by relatively fast Banshees. Worse economy than Clem wants to have. So cute attempt out of Shin, but simply did not work out here. Clem most likely is just going to go into Banshee. A 2nd gas goes down before the first set of Hellions start. So this has been standard Clem for the past few weeks now, where just see, well, he's been a triple CC man for a long time, but triple CC into Banshee is something that we have just seen an awful lot of. So 8 drones are on the way out as well. I'm really curious what Shin's follow-up is going to be. He's not really mining any extra gas yet. I say that he starts saturating again. Something that a lot of the Korean zergs have been doing as of late is actually building a roach warren after speed. Now, to you guys, that sounds really weird, of course. Like, wow, why would you do that, Harstem? Isn't it way more normal to play gasless and then go into roach? Doesn't that make more sense, Harstem? I say, yeah, guys. You all raise a very good point. You guys are so smart. Usually, when we see a fast roach warren, we do indeed see that of gasless. You skip the link speed to get a better early game eco, and then you throw down the roach warren so you don't die against, 3 to 4 Hellions just running by. Then with maybe a wall over here with a roach warren and an evo chamber, you can fix that. But for whatever reason, a lot of the zergs, especially out of Korea, Rogue, Solar, I've seen both of them do this quite a few times. They open up with these weird roach warren timings, kind of midway on the way to lair. They'll throw down a roach warren, and then they'll build 10, 12 roaches, sometimes get the range attack upgrade, sometimes just go straight into melee, rush out an infestation pit, and then get quick ultras behind it. And the only purpose that I've seen of getting the link speed is to use it for big link run buys in the early stages of the mid game. So you're getting like 20, 25, 30 links, you're running them by, and you defend with the roaches against the initial 2 medevac drop. And knowing Shin, that is something that definitely could happen. He's indeed throwing down that roach warren. It felt like the type of map for it. Really cool. It is just one of these things that feels kind of fresh. Double Evo chambers coming down as well during all of this, and I bet Shin right now is eyeing that forward base. He really needs it as the drone moves over. Clem is doing a phenomenal job at trying to deny that. Has one Banshee died? No, there's just one Banshee out. Okay, second Banshee now moving across the map. Hellions here are gonna dish out quite a bit of damage. Where's the links? There's 14 links at home. Glial Reconstitution starts. Let's take a look at the upgrades as well here. I'm expecting Carapace to start first with a follow-up on, I would say, melee, personally. I prefer the melee over the range upgrade because you're often just getting so little roaches, like 10. At max, you're getting 14 roaches or so. And you're getting so many links, you're getting so many banelings in this type of setup. So we do see the infestation pit go down over here. 3 queens are at the front. 2 extra drones on the way. What is our... He's got 34 links out. That's a lot of links. He's hitting too early, by the way, with this link run by. See that? Oh no, he's hitting perfect time. He's going before the Banshees return home. I thought he wanted to go the moment the Marines go out, but he wants to go before the Banshees hit the third base again. Go back home to the third base for Clem. Very cool move. Shin doesn't get a whole lot of damage, but does force a bit of a defensive response out of Clem. Hellions come back home. Banshees will probably need to stay here as well, at least for a little bit longer. They are still on the map. Roach is now moving forward. Hive on the way already. 7 minutes into the game, and our Hive has started. 1-1 upgrades. Carapace and range. 5 more drones on the way, so 78 workers are coming in as well. Now this drone count is okay for the moment. It's not crazy high. It's okay for the moment. We're fine with it. Shin is going to be fine with it. Bailing speed is on the way as well. And Clem is actually fairly afraid of moving out right now. You see that? He probably wanted to be on the other side of the map already because his infantry weapons are finishing up and so is his infantry armor. Once your 1-1 finishes, you want to be on the other side of the map. You want to be dealing damage. That is the way of the world, my dear friends. Combat shield not quite done yet. We'll need to wait for that a little bit longer. So run-by comes in wanting to snipe that forward base and will indeed get it. Forced cancel, but that's going to be minus 20 links there for Shin. Not entirely sure if that is worth it. But that's a lot of roaches. 16 roaches with 2 more on the way. So for the kids at home that can't count, that is 18. This Hive is finishing up here, about 8 minutes into the game. 8 gases on the way right now. That's a lot of gas. That is a lot of gas, isn't it? And how is Clem following this up? Okay, we're seeing a 4cc still. We have the second factory down here. Double tank production. I guess that is the added benefit if you show +1 range, is that a lot of Terran players will just mass tanks, and your Vipers might be more useful. So you're kind of forcing out a lot of tanks, and then with Vipers, maybe you can go for like a Ravager Ling Bane, and you can clear up this big tank push that you know is going to come out of Terrans, because they just can't help themselves. They can't stop themselves moving out. Clem has scanned the Hive. I'm not sure if he's seen the Vipers pop out as well, but he should be aware of the fact that once a Hive is done, usually Vipers start instantly. Shin is trying to delay this push out at least a little bit. 4 tanks are here. Leapfrogging forward, slowly but surely. Big stims coming in as well. Bells are going to connect with quite a few Marines. Where are those Vipers, Shin? Where are the Vipers? Need to come in right here, right now. Bailing count is not very high. I think there's 2 Banelings remaining right now. 175 supply to 172. Upgrades are about even. It is 1-1 versus 1-1. Of course, the melee units have no upgrades right now. Just the range units. Here come 3 Blinding Clouds. Let's see what they can do. First 2 Blinding Clouds are okay. Third one is fine as well. Is that a 4th Blinding Cloud? Tank's not really dealing a lot of damage. Every single tank here is going to end up dying, as these roaches are going to clear the tanks. Marine reinforcements are coming in forward, and the Banshees will actually hold the roaches back. Queens move in to try and clear the Banshees in combination with the Overseer. Should be capable of doing just that. Ultra Cavern on the way already. Adrenal Glands as well coming in, as we have melee and Carapace level 2 about to finish up here. 2 tanks in the exact same position is not quite what you want. 2-2 about to finish up here for Clem, who is down 30 supply. And that makes this a very freaking risky move. And Clem is going to pay the price for it as well. Banelings get pulled back because Shin knows that he can clean this up without having to lose any more Banelings. Any more of those expensive Banelings. Adds in 5 more drones. 5th base. 6th base. Oh wait, we already have a 5th. It's over here. I just can't count. Okay, well in that case, pretend I said nothing. This is a crazy short rush distance, by the way. Here, you see that? From the 4th into the 5th of Shin is like 2 tank lengths away. 2 ultras already on the way. 10 minutes in. That is really freaking fast. That actually is really freaking fast. See what we got over here. More tanks moving forward. And Clem is really utilizing that high ground. This is going to be so frustrating for Shin to play against. This is a triple marine drop. It's not something we very frequently see. Usually it's double marine drops, but 24 marines, they do pack a punch. Of course, ultras also pack a punch. So the moment the ultras show up, I think this is just going to get cleaned up. Vipers are not even going to go in there. Lingrambai comes in. We have a lot of marines in position. We have a couple of marines in position at least. 2-3 workers go down, but that's not enough damage here. Burrow's not quite done yet either. The Lings will route themselves out of this base. Is potential for a drop, by the way, on this map. Is he gonna see this? Yeah, he's gonna see this. Shin tried to hide, but you can run, but you cannot hide, my dear friend. No way, Jose. First set of ghosts on the way out as well. Let's see what we're up to over here. 6 tanks, 57 marines, 13 marauders. On the other side, we have 3 ultras and 3 vipers. That's kind of the key units. 26 banelings with 16 more on the way. It's going to be 42, I believe. That is a decent amount of banelings indeed. 2 more command centers coming in. 2 more command centers coming in here as well. Starport goes down in the natural. It's a second starport and a fusion core. Okay, Clem wants to go into Liberator, Tank, Marine, Marauder, Ghosty. I guess it's going to be his main plan. Shin has been very calm. He's just been holding off different attacks that Clem is launching. I'm not sure if this is really how you want to play though. It feels like that if Terran gets to set up like this into a late game with 7, 8, 9, 10 orbitals, they can work off such a good economy with a low worker count that it becomes really difficult for Zerg to do anything. Like, name of the game for the Zerg tends to just be denying 5th bases. Denying 5th bases, denying 4th bases. I was just adding infinite orbitals here. Okay, 4 are done already. 3 more command centers are ready to turn into something else. We do have an attack over here onto the 5th. 5th is gonna fall. Well done. Well done indeed. Now, rinse and repeat that about 50 more times. And we've got ourselves a game. I think it's going to be absolutely key here for Shin to already realize where this is going. I don't understand this. I'm going to keep repeating this again and again and again until the Zergs realize how to play this. But why are we not taking the outside bases the moment ultras hit the map? The moment ultras hit the map, you get so much map control. The only units that properly clear ultras are going to be things like Liberators, Tanks, and Ghosts. These are not good in big open position. That means that ultras can easily defend side bases. If we double expand to the side bases the moment ultras are there, you put a lot of time pressure on the Terran player to start doing something. For whatever reason, Zergs aren't doing that. Look at that. He could have already had these bases up for a minute and a half. Right now, Shin, he's gonna first expand here. Then maybe he'll consider expanding here. He'll mine a little bit, and then he'll mine from here. Doesn't even take the gases. Like, you want to mine from the outside bases first. I just don't understand this. It absolutely blows my mind. It really does. Because I think Zergs generally are quite intelligent. But seeing this go wrong every single time is crazy to me. Once you realize your opponent is building Ghosts, they're sitting behind high tank numbers. What are we doing mining from our 3rd base and our 4th base? What, you think Clem's first target is going to be this one? No. It's going to go over here. It's going to go over here. And now he can take it slow. You're taking away his minerals. He can't take it slow. A Terran can never survive being outmined by 2 bases, no matter how good their trades are. And I know that Terran trades are very good, okay? This number is still close. It's gonna... There might be a 15 or 20k gap. But if you're up 2 bases of mining, That is still fine for Zerg. That is okay. That becomes playable. Liberator's now on the way. We have 10 orbitals. We have 10 orbitals. 2 more CCs on the way. 1 more orbital on the way. 15 minutes in the game. And we are going to have 11 orbitals done. That is a crazy number here of orbitals that Clem has created. That is a crazy number of orbitals that Clem has created. You have a Marine Marauder attack going towards the bottom side. Note, by the way, how big these triple drops have been so far out of Clem. He keeps trying to go for it, and Shin keeps just kind of taking him out. Just keeps taking him out again and again and again and again. You know what would make this map better? If you just remove everything here. No high ground, you remove the bridge. It's just an open area. How sick would that be? And go for a complete 360 surround onto this planetary. I would love to see that. That would be a wild concept. Or just one base in the middle, you know? You could just surround it from like 5 sides. I think that would be sick to have. You remove both of these bases. All of this is gone. This is just an open space with one base in the middle. Like 10 gold patches around it. And 2 rich Vespine geysers. God, I should be telling that later. And then never have any of my map loaded into the map pool. I love it. Okay, look at this. She's like, wait a second. I think this game might be going into a late game. Should I maybe take one of the corner bases and defend it with 20 links, an ultra, and a burrowed infestor? Is that perhaps what I should be doing? Yes! That is what you should be doing. And that is what you should have been doing already for the past 10 minutes. 5 minutes. Oh, here we go. It's going to abduct one of these tanks. Couple of ghosties coming in there. Ravager Bane's going to clean up the top side. 10 SCVs go down. At this point, you're just doing Clem's service, killing SCVs. Because Clem is too lazy to do it himself. I'd be shocked if he rebuilds any of them. He has 13 orbital commands. He does not need mining anymore. He can get rid of all of these mineral SCVs and he can create the greatest Terran force that has ever existed in the world. Legit, he could. He could actually just do that. He could go down to 20 workers right now and be fine. All he needs is gas income. The rest can... Like, he has a 6k bank. His current army value is 5.5k in minerals. So he has an entire army in the bank. He can drop 20 mules. He can drop 20 mules and he's going to be mining... What is that? It's like 4k with that. 20 mules is about 4k. Like, it's... If you use all 13 on mules, you basically have an income of... What is it? 2,700 or so a minute in minerals. That's like a good 3-base eco. That should be plenty. As here comes Shin. He's moving in forward. This is an orbital, not a planetary, by the way. It's kind of awkward. There's no anti-air in this army. Overseers are being sniped by the Vipers. Overseers are also being sniped by the Ghost, who actually have a snipe ability. And now Shin will never get this base. Has taken the top left though. And this base is also impossible because it's right under Clem's natural. Clem isn't even considering taking this because he knows eventually he can probably get it. Like, it's a pretty locked off area. There's a ramp up here as well. 16 corruptors. Jesus. What are the upgrades for these guys? Oh, he's none. 0. Negativo upgrades for our boy Shin on the air units. Ay. Not entirely what he shoulda, woulda, coulda done. Moves in forward right now. Let's clear this planetary. Clears the planetary. 11 more workers go down as Clem's army continues growing. I don't know what the hell happened here, but a hatchery got killed. Despite there being 5 spine crawlers. Some of them have kills though, so I guess there was an attack. I'm not sure how I missed that, but there was an attack and we missed it. My apologies. Oh, he's gonna go into Hydra. What's the army composition looking like here? Ling, Bane, Zergling, Ultra, Ravager, Viper. Very interesting. 2 more command centers, because we don't quite have enough yet. It's gonna go up to 15 orbitals, I guess. How many regular CCs? Okay, we still have 2 CCs remaining. Are these guys stuck? Oh, they're stuck because of this tank. Look at that. I don't think Clem realized it. It's a lot of supply there right in the main base, buddy. Might wanna fix that. Okay, he now lifts this barracks. It's like, wait, I still can't move out. Ah, right, it's this bad boy. Drops the depot on top of this to heal up the thing without having to use repair. He adds a turret into the mix as well. This map is freaking crazy for camping, by the way. I love that you can take these rocks out as well in case the map wasn't good enough defensively. It's like, here's some 2k debris. Shin should have cleared that earlier. Obviously. Or well, that's obvious in retrospect, but I don't think he's ever gonna let these things live again. Not in a million years. 3 more spines on the way, on the top side of things. It's so hard to attack on this map. Like, there's ramps into every single base. The only semi-open area is this, but there's, you know, there's a high ground right next to it, so you're gonna have tanks. There's, yeah. I think this map is really hard to attack on. I think this map is really freaking hard to attack on. You're gonna encourage relatively campy games on a map like this. You have vehicle plating as well as ship weapons level 2 on the way. Here comes Shin. Let's find an unprotected base here. We'll get taken out as a result. This was not a good trade, was it? 14k in favor of Clem right now. 14,000 resources. That is the equivalent of an entire Clem army. That is the equivalent of, well, what is that like? About 3 of the current Shin army. To be fair, he doesn't have a massive army right now. 10 Corruptors, 11 Hydras. Couple of Links, 17 Banes, but still. It's just something to keep in mind. There's 13 Larva remaining as well. This base actually gonna get taken out. Shin, oh Shin, oh Shin, oh Shin. This is going to be a rough match for you to win. And Clem is just playing it out. Professionally. As he should. Sitting back. Relaxing. Adding some ghosts, adding some tanks. 14 Viking. We've seen this mass Viking style before out of him. I remember the first time I saw it was... I can't remember. Was the map called Alcyone? Watchtower in the middle against Serral. It might have been a home story cup where he's playing these like heavy Liberator Viking styles. And in the end it was just like 25 Vikings or so. Just clearing Corruptors again and again and again. Now it's like 14 Vikings against 10 Corruptors. There are 7 Liberators out as well. We have an absolute crap ton of turrets. 15 orbitals. I think this is one of the highest amounts of orbitals I've seen in my entire life. This map is beautiful for it because there's so much space. Clem is at 46 workers right now. Still has 4.6. No, he had 4k income just earlier. 4k income off the back of mules. A lot of gas income as well. Okay. The SCVs that are mining are not mining a whole lot of minerals. Majority is going to be gas. Majority is going to be gas. Ship weapons as well as vehicle plating level 3 coming in. Meanwhile, we have single spire upgrades coming forward for Shin. He's gonna lose a couple of these overlords. Rotates towards the bottom side of the map. Clem, that is. Keeps the middle occupied for now. He also has infinite scans, which is effectively map hacks, right? If you take a look at his vision, he sees every move that Shin makes, if he wants to. He can see every single move that Shin makes. He can scan forward 4 times. He's not going to lose any sleep over that. Energy comes back, buddy. Clem's actually going to try to take this base. So we're going to have like a swap, a base swap basically. Ooh. Bungles do come in and 5 ghosts get taken out at an instant. Resources lost, 22k to, what was it? 38k. This base is not going to mine any minerals. Like 1 tank, 1 liberator. Like, it's toast. It's a ridiculous idea here out of Shin. Shin is going to try to move forward right now. Fungal Whiff did not catch any of these Vikings. Parasitic Bomb plus Corruptor could actually deal with this, by the way. We're going to get a bit of a surround. Like, these rocks are so annoying. Shin wants to walk through the middle. It's not quite going to be capable of doing that. Here comes a flank. No, here doesn't come a flank. Ah, right, the rocks. 15 CC still, or 15 orbitals. This is gonna get taken out here now. Or could get taken out. Poof. Poof. Snipes won't go off. Turret sensor tower push forward. What portion of the army size is here, actually? I kind of wonder. 15 ghosts. I think those are pretty much all here. Now we have 12 ghosts. Okay, we have like all of them, actually. 13 ghosts over here. It's like 1 or 2 are just kind of roaming around somewhere. Maybe around in the main base. 14 ghosts remain. Yeah, majority of the army is just there. Shin is not going to be doing a whole lot. I just don't see how Shin ever is supposed to break this. This feels crazy. It's going to go for Brood Lords. See how effective that is going to be. Who could have seen this coming? Not me. It's legit a tank and a liberator as well. Covering for one another. Brothers in arms. This should probably turn into a planetary, and it will. High ground Fungals are going to hit the mules. High ground Broodlords are also going to hit the mules. You have decent upgrades, by the way. We can get an ENP. No, we can't. Yeah, this base is never in a million years going to mine for Clem either. But maybe with Viking Ghost. Can you do it? Can you do it? Here we go. Hydra's moving in forward. Planetary taking a bit of damage. Snipes go down. One of these Broodlords gets taken out. This is the best damage, by the way, that Shin has dealt to Clem in a while. He's forcing the repair on the planetary, and it's costing Clem big time. He's getting better trades right now than he has over the past, like, 17 minutes. Gotta be feeling good about that. The planetary is bait. Like, you keep repairing that, buddy. 5 years from now, you'll run out of cash. And then I'll strike. EMP hits. We have 4 Fungals remaining, I think. 3 Fungals remaining. 3 Fungals remaining. 55 workers against 37. So bigger army as well here for Clem. Who managed to snipe a couple of these boys. Ghost moving in forward. Fungal hits. Big time. Big time Fungal hits over there. It's going to be -9 Ghost at an instant. Floop. Just like that. Total of 19 ghosts have been lost. Resource loss is 42k to 45k. So still a 17k advantage in favor of Clem. What's the Viking count at? It's very large. Okay, there go all of our investors. Will not be here any longer. A couple of overseers go down as well. Actually, supply blocking Shin, funnily enough. Thor's now hitting the field too. And Clem is actually showcasing how to abuse this map. I think this is the game that should kill this map's competitive prospects. If I'm being honest. There's too many ramps. There's too many ramps. It's too easy to hold the middle. It's almost impossible to attack a 5th base because of this as a 4th. Natural is not attackable either. So you have 5 bases that are secure. And then from there on out, you just kind of explode towards the bottom. This is a high ground as well. So you're always pushing from high ground onto low ground. Or you're pushing with massive chokes. Like, this seems like a crazy turtle map to me. It really does. I didn't know that. I haven't paid a lot of attention either. And a lot of the games that I've seen so far are actually quite good. But usually when this happens once or twice on a map, everyone will start doing it because they realize that it is just abusable. And then sadly a map needs to rotate out. You know, you've been figured out. You've been exposed. You know? You're not allowed to be there anymore, buddy. What you did is illegal. I'm sorry. We didn't know it at first, but your DMs were leaked. Now you're cancelled. Killers. Mile. Another hatchery coming in here. 37 larvae. Is it long distance mining? Ah! This is the dumbest thing I've seen in my life. It is so dumb that it might cross over to the genius line, you know? I don't think this is worth it. Because it takes a pretty long time to get it going. But I appreciate him for trying anyway. I do appreciate him for trying. 16 brutes are out, by the way, here. Against the 14 ghost currently. Where's the Thor? Thor's in the far back. Viking's also in the far back. Couple of tanks in a bit of trouble. He's adding in 10 more Corruptors as well as 4 more Brood Lords. It's gonna go up to 17 Broods. I would like a Parasitic Bomb boy still here. Oh, he's still around. I haven't really cast a whole lot of Parasitic Bombs though lately. Oop, there come a couple of Brood Lord shots. There you go, little buddy. Oop, there go the tanks, there go the turrets. Yeah, Fungal Boys are ready to go as well. Honestly, the control on these broods has been pretty sick. Oh, big Fungal into Parasitic Bomb combination. Look at that. Good splits turn out of Clem. It's going to land it to destroy the Parasitic. Here come the Corruptors from the side. Do we have more Parasitic Bombs? Corruptors moving in forward. Clem, are you winning this fight? I think he might just barely be. Thors do need to piss off though. Resource lost. Out of all the fights, this has been the best one so far for Shin. Has it been good enough though? That is the question. It's not on whether it was better than the others, because the others were miserable. Was this good enough? I don't think so. Still down 22,000 in the resources lost, so this probably was still a losing fight. He hasn't outmined his opponent at all. Like, he needs to push through right now, and I don't think he has the ability to push through. Does he even have the larvae? He has 13 more larvae. He's going to continue chasing some of these ghosts. He's actually going to kill a lot of the ghosts. Tank in the back dealing a lot of damage. 16 kills. 21 kills. 23 kills. Okay, that's going to be it for the tank. Vehicle plating, by the way, actually putting in a lot of work there. You can really see it. As these ghosts are going to clear up the last of the links. And at the end of the day, what is this? It's a 20k deficit here for Shin. A 20k deficit. That's a lot of money. Okay. That is a lot of money. Spores moving in forward. We have a medevac over here. 8 broods. 3 Thors. Digging the vibes. Digging the vibes indeed. What else are we getting? 5 ghosts. I do understand why we're still trying to work with like a big Broodlord army, because I think it's the only army that can honestly stand a chance, right? The only army that stands a chance, but boy oh boy oh boy. So far the fights haven't been good enough. 9.8k in the bank versus 214, and not even maxed out either. So any unit you lose at this point is a unit that most likely will not be coming back. I do appreciate that Shin has managed to finally, you know, breach this area, but this base is practically mined out. Like, Mules did a number on the mineral patches, and SCVs did a number on the gas. Shin still wants to mine from this base. Clem wants to mine from here. Even if both of their wishes come through, Clem is still in a much superior position. Clem is just up an entire army. Shin isn't even capable of maxing right now. So that means that the next fight, unless Shin just walks over his opponent straight up, it should just be game over. I don't see any way around it. Orbital count has gone down to 14. Pathetic. That is 2,800 minerals a minute. God, that's awful. Oh, a couple of snipes go down. Infestors are gone. Lurker then starts right now. I don't even think he has the money to start upgrades for Lurker, which is the saddest sentence that I've ever formed in a 34-minute game. Clem is going to continue pushing him forward as well. I just don't believe that Shin can take this stand. He will try to do it as the Broodlords are shooting, but there are no spellcasters here in the mix, and Clem has an extremely convincing victory here on Killer's Maul against Shin, who tried to play a macro game. But yeah, sometimes when you try things, it just doesn't work out. And this one definitely did not work out here for Shin. 181 supplied to 93. He still needs to come to terms with his loss. You better do it quick, because his buildings are about to be eliminated. This continues on. GG gets called. Clem wins this game. That's going to be it for me today. Thanks so much for watching, and bye-bye.